All right. Leanne, thank you so much for being here and giving me grace last week with my just complete mistake. I'm glad you made it back this week. Bree, I'm so happy you're here as well. Thanks for being here. I hope your mom can log on too, or hopefully she's with you. I think we have Amanda jumping on and Alyssa. Oh, thank you, Leanne. It was just such a little moment of mine. So I see a couple more folks jumping on. I'm gonna give space for everyone to just type in. Let me know if you have any physical requests. I would love to focus on whatever parts of the body that need a little extra release today. Let me know. And then feel free to grab a blanket, a block, a pillow. I think those are really useful things to have nearby. And for class today, we're gonna start lying down on our backs. So find your way to your back. Oh, Amanda, I was so excited when I saw your name pop up. I miss you a lot, and I hope you're well. Yeah, thank you for being here. Okay, so as more people are jumping on, in case you missed it, just go ahead, grab a blanket, a pillow, a block, and then we're gonna start lying down on our backs today. And if you want your blanket for this, feel free to drape it over you as well. Shoulders and hips, thank you, Amanda. We'll definitely get those in. So let's start lying down on the back with the soles of the feet on the floor and your knees pointing upright. And you can bring your arms out to a cactus T, just inviting a little opening in the chest. And actually, if you have that pillow or a block or even a blanket, you can bring that under the back, like bring it to where the upper back and the neck meet to get a little shoulder opening there. This is totally optional, or you can just lay resting as you are. Arms to a cactus T, one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. And let's start to settle in. So bring your awareness to where your body meets the earth and all points that are touching the earth. Inhale and exhale. And take a moment to have a little conversation with your body here. So scan your body from head to toe and kind of just ask each part of the body, hey, how are you? How are you doing? Noticing how the body feels here as you scan from head to toe. And then draw your awareness to where in the body you feel the breath as it flows in and as it flows out. And just let your awareness rest on this point. Inhale, the chest, the belly fill with air. And exhale, open your mouth, the belly, the chest slowly sink back. Inhale, fill your chest, fill your belly with air. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. 3 more breaths like this. So as we move on the mat today, I am going to invite your intention to be noticing our patterns. So This is something that came to me this week. I was just like sitting in my house. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I was in the shower just thinking about things, or I was looking at some plants. And I noticed that they were like really wilty, and it made me sad. And I was thinking about the things that help a plant grow, right? Like you put them where they get a lot of light or the right amount of light. They all need different amounts. You give them the adequate water for their needs. And there are a lot of studies that show the way that we feed plants energetically helps them grow as well. So like the thoughts and the intention behind as you water them, but really like your words. If you talk to your plants, hello beautiful plants, they'll grow better. And it made me realize that, you know, the same's true with me and you. And it really highlighted for me how critical my internal dialogue to myself can be. That I can be really mean to myself and beat myself up. So I am now aware of that thought pattern, that pattern of behavior that's not really serving me, that's not really helping me grow. I'm kind of done with it. I've been trying and trying life that way, and it's not serving me. So ready to change it. But I have to be aware of it first. So as we move on the mat today, I want you to take a moment now. Maybe there is a pattern of behavior within yourself that's just not really serving you anymore. You're kind of done with it. And you're ready to let it go. And if you're not ready to let it go yet, that is okay too. Just being aware of it is a great and necessary first step. And as we move on the mat today, I invite you to just notice from posture to posture when that pattern of behavior arises, either becoming aware of it or starting to change it, starting to redirect it and create a new one. Inhale and exhale. So if you have a block or a pillow under the back, I invite you now to gently move that out to the side and then lie down on your back again and bring your hands to your heart. And make your intention sacred here, noticing that pattern of behavior and making the choice to just notice it today or to practice redirecting it. Inhale. And exhale, open your mouth, let it out, release. Now inhale, curl your knees into your chest, bring your hands to your kneecaps. And move your knees in circles clockwise 8 times, just starting to give your low back a little love, waking it up. And then reverse it, move it in the opposite direction 8 times. And now bring your arms out to a cactus T. Let your low back get really, really heavy here. And then you can start to reach your toes towards the sky. Maybe there's a little bend in the knees still. You can pedal out the feet back and forth. And then I want you to move your right foot in circles clockwise 8 times. And then reverse it counterclockwise 8 times. And then the left foot, move it around in one direction, circles 8 times. And then the opposite direction 8 times. So we're getting to a little bit of shadow yoga here, getting into the subtle crevices of the body. Great job. Now bend the knees, bring the shins parallel to the sky. Let the low back get really heavy here. And drop both knees to the right side, gaze over your left shoulder. And we're gonna hang out here for a few moments. So just start to notice what's happening in the body. Notice what's happening in the mind. Notice if those familiar thought patterns or behaviors are trickling in here. And making the choice to either simply be aware of them or to practice redirecting them. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Take a moment, just let that low back get really, really heavy again. Wiggle a little if you need. And then drop both knees to the left side. Gaze over the right shoulder. And offer yourself space to observe here. Observe what's arising for you in the body, in the mind, and then make the choice to either remain observing them, which is phenomenal work, or to start to redirect some patterns of behavior, some thoughts. Now inhale, bring your knees back to center, hands to the knees. Take a little wiggle, any little movements that you'd like. And then we all have some very important work to do of giving ourselves a hug because we deeply deserve it. So I want you to wrap your arms around your legs, squeeze yourself as tight as you can, maybe even curl your chin in towards your chest. Like, oh my gosh, you're my best friend. I haven't seen you in so long. Feeling full of love and joy that you're just giving to yourself right now. And then you can rock and roll from side to side or back and forth and just find your way to a seat, however you want to get there. You can come to the fetal position, or you can take a few rocks and then arrive at a cross-legged seat. And if sitting cross-legged doesn't feel good for the body, you can sit any way that serves you. Feel your sits bones ground, your spine lengthen. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. We're going to get into a little bit more shadow yoga here with some shoulder rolls. So I want you to inhale, bring your shoulders to your ears. And exhale, drop them down the back. Do this 8 times. I don't know if you can hear my shoulders cracking an absurd amount. And moving a little fast with this is good. And then reverse it. Do 8 shoulder rolls, dropping the shoulder blades in front. And then I want you to pick the right foot up and bring the right ankle to the left knee. And then use the left hand to move the right foot around 8 times in one direction. And then switch it 8 circles in the opposite direction. And then switch the cross left ankle to right knee. Hold the left foot and then 8 circles, one direction. And this is starting to get into my hips. We'll definitely get into those, but this is a subtle little opening here, and then reverse it, 8 in the opposite direction. Awesome. And then come back to a cross-legged seat, cross the legs in the opposite way that they were crossed before. And I want you to hold your hands, bring your elbows together, and then roll your wrists around in one direction 8 times. And then reverse it, opposite direction 8 times. And then bring your hands to your knees, and then take 8 circles with the head in one direction, and don't overdo it with the neck. If you need to move slower and not get quite 8 in, that's totally good too. Honor you. And then reverse it. 8 counts or 8 circles in the opposite direction. My ponytail really adds to the effect for this. Awesome. Woo, a little dizzy now. Bring yourself back to center. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, bring your arms to a cactus T, and then twist to the right 8 times. And exhale as you twist. And then opposite 8 times. So twisting to the left. Great. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your right hand to the floor, ground down through the right palm. Lean it to the right side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, one more. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, ground the left palm, lean it to the left. 8 breaths here. And then bring it back up to center as you're ready, and bring your hands to your knees. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. And exhale, arch your spine, gaze in towards your navel. Inhale, feel your sits bones ground, your spine lengthen. And exhale, drop your shoulders on the back. Bring the left shoulder to the left knee. Keep your sits bones grounded. Bring your torso back to center. And then right shoulder to right knee. Come back up and around. You can gaze in towards the navel. Take 3 more circles this way. Get lots of circles in today. And then reverse it. Take 4 circles in the opposite direction. And then meet back at neutral. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Now hold your hands, straighten your arms, curl your chest. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, lean to the right, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale to center, and exhale, lean it to the left, breathe in and breathe out. Inhale to center. Exhale, push the air behind you, bring your hands to clasp behind the back. Now straighten your arms, bring your shoulders together and start to reach the hands down the back. Maybe gaze up towards the sky. Big breath in, big breath out. And then release the bind, bring your hands to your knees. Take a moment to land here. And check back in. Take a moment to notice if any old patterns are trickling in and either observing them or redirecting them. Inhale and exhale. Now find your way to a tabletop position as you are ready. So bring your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Spread your fingers wide and ground down through the knuckles and the fingers. Taking a few cat and cows here, except we're going to add a little twist to it. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. And then exhale, point the toes, arch the spine, bend the knees, send the sits bones back. Child's pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Now inhale, shift your weight forward towards a tabletop position. Drop your pelvis, lift your knees up, open your mouth, let it out. Great job. Inhale to tabletop position again. Exhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Inhale, point your toes, arch your spine. Exhale, bend the knees and the sits bones back. Child's pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, you can send it to tabletop and stay here. You can exhale, drop the pelvis, lift the knees up, take a breath out. And then inhale, send it back, tabletop position. Again, we're gonna move through that 2 more times. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, point your toes, arch your spine, send the sits bones back, child's pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to table, exhale, option to drop the pelvis, breathe out. Meeting in tabletop position. Last one, inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale, point the toes, arch the spine, bend the knees, send it back. Inhale, exhale. Now inhale, send it forward, option to drop the pelvis, let it out. And meet at tabletop position again. Inhale, walk your hands out in front of you. And then drop your chin and your chest to the mat. So we're coming to a puppy pose here. Really great chest and shoulder opening. You can either let your chin rest on the mat or your forehead rest on the floor. Now I want you to ground down through the left hand. Inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky, and like you're threading a needle, bring your right arm under your left, your right temple to the mat. The sits bones are reaching towards the sky. The left hand can stay out in front of you, or it can come up and around to the small of the back. And use this as another opportunity to drop in and notice what patterns are arising for you here. Bring the left hand back to the earth when you're ready. Ground down through the left palm. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And exhale, ground the right palm at the mat this time as you reach the left arm up. And then like you're threading a needle, left arm under right, left temple to the mat. The right arm can extend in front, or it can come up and around to the small of the back. And just notice what's here for you. Notice the patterns. Noticing them might be enough. Or maybe start to redirect them, maybe start to take new action here. Inhale, bring the right hand back to the mat. Ground down through the right palm, reach the left arm up and meet it to the earth again. And then drop the chin in the chest, puppy pose again. Now start to lift the torso up, walk the hands in towards the knees, and curl your toes under. So stretching out the feet like this is super important for the rest of the body. Often issues in the hips, the knees, the back will root from tension in the feet. So I want you to take a moment, spread out your toes. And if you have blocks nearby or pillows, you can bring them to either side of you to help take some of the weight off of the feet. And you can play with bringing weight into the hands to alleviate some of that. Try to keep your heels together, or you can not have those things and really bring all of the weight into the feet. And breathe here. And this is hard, it's not just you. And as you rest in this discomfort, I invite you to again notice what patterns are arising. And you have the power here, you can notice them. And that is beautiful and challenging work. And if you feel ready, you can start to redirect them if they're ones that aren't serving you. One more big inhale. And exhale. Now start to walk the hands forward. So we're coming to a tabletop position again. Ground down through the knuckles and the fingers. Inhale, drop your belly, curl your toes under. And then straighten your legs, send your sits bones to the sky. And lower the heels towards the mat, downward facing dog. And take a few moments here and just move your body however it wants. Maybe you move the hips from side to side, maybe pedal the feet. Honor any wiggles that your body wants here. Hands ground down, arms rotate inwards. Inhale, pick your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee, open your hips. Take 3 circles clockwise with your knee. And then reverse it, take 3 circles counterclockwise. And then straighten your right leg. Inhale, bring your right knee towards your nose. And then step your right foot between your hands. Might take a few hops to get there. And then lower onto your left knee. Ground down through the left palm. And inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. You can gaze towards the right fingers or drop the gaze to the floor. Big breath in and big breath out. And then you can bring your right hand outside of the right foot. Uncurl the back toes and start to straighten your right leg as you bend the left knee, send the sits bones back. And then peel the toes off of the mat. So you can play with pointing and flexing the foot a little. Notice how that changes the stretch. Then you can windshield wiper the foot from side to side, really getting into the IT band. And when you're ready, you can just soften and fold forward over the right leg. Notice where tension might be arising in the body and in the mind. And can you soften that tension by bringing your awareness to it, by bringing your breath to it? Now inhale, deep in the bend in your front knee. You can curl the back toes under, scoot that left knee back a little more so you're really stretching into the hip. You can come on to the fingertips, or you can bring the hands to the thigh. Breathe in and breathe out. The feet ground down, the thighs rotate inwards, shoulders soften. And then bring the fingertips to the earth if they're lifted. Now heel toe your right foot towards the outer edge of the mat. And bring the right hand inside of the right foot. So the hands are inside of the right leg, the right knee is bent. Inhale, feel the feet ground down, the thighs rotate inwards, keep the core engaged. So coming into this lizard pose is an intense hip stretch. We want to remain really active here to protect our pelvis, to protect our back. You can keep your hands where they are. You can start to walk the hands out in front of you. You can lower onto the forearms, or if you have that blanket or pillow or block nearby, you can lower down onto that. And just let yourself breathe here, let yourself be here, and just observe it all. Notice the patterns, and is this an opportunity for you to notice them? Is this an opportunity for you to redirect them? For me, an opportunity to meet it with kindness. Slowly lifting back up if you're lying further down, and then bring the right knee to meet the left. Tabletop position again. Take a cat and cow or any movements that your body wants to reset here. Ground down through the knuckles and the fingers. Curl your toes under and send the sits bones back. Downward facing dog again. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths here. Pick the left leg up, bend your left knee, open the hips, take 3 circles clockwise with the knee, and then 3 circles counterclockwise. Straighten the left leg, bring the left knee towards the nose, step it between the hands, and lower down onto your right knee. Ground down through the right palm, deep in the bend in the front knee, and then reach the left arm up towards the sky. You can gaze towards the left fingers or down at the earth. And then bring the left hand outside of the left foot. Uncurl the back toes and start to straighten the left leg. Send the sits bones back. You can lift the left toes off of the mat. You can point and flex a few times. You can windshield wiper the foot from side to side. And you can relax the head, relax the neck. Surrender to the earth as you fold forward. And just notice where you can soften here. And you can start to deepen the bend in the front knee. Uncurl your right toes, send that right knee back a little bit. Maybe you want to stay here, keeping the feet, the thighs engaged. Come on to the fingertips or to those blocks. Or bring the hands to the top of the left knee. Soften the shoulders down the back. And bring your hands to the earth again. Heel toe the left foot towards the outer edge of the mat. Ground down through the palms. Feel the feet root down, the thighs rotate inwards, the core engages, keeping yourself supported here. So finding support, finding our roots so that we can soften. So once you've found those supports, once you've found those roots, maybe you start to walk the hands forward or lower onto the forearms or that pillow. And let this be a space to observe, to notice what arises for you here, and to make the conscious choice of how to meet those patterns. And as you're ready, you can slowly start to lift up and then bring the left knee to meet the right. Tabletop position again. Ground down through the knuckles and the fingers. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, point your toes, arch your spine. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up, curl the toes under, send the sits bones to the sky. Downward facing dog again. We're gonna take 3 big breaths to release here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. 3 more breaths like this. Inhale. Exhale, release. 2 more on your own. Inhale, bring it forward to plank position. Exhale, lower onto your knees. Shift your weight so the shoulders come in front of the hands. Scrape the forearms along the rib cage, lower down onto the earth. Straighten the legs and flatten your belly. Gently shake your hips from side to side. Now bring your hands mat's distance apart. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, drop your right shoulder. Gaze over the left or bring the right temple to the mat. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop the left shoulder, gaze towards the right side, maybe drop the left temple. Inhale to center. And exhale to child's pose. And slowly walk your hands in towards your knees, lift your torso up. Inhale, bring your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, soften them down your back. Take a big breath in. And exhale, let it all out. Now slowly find your way to your back. However you want to get there, and if you have a blanket or something cozy nearby, make sure those comforts are near you. And just slowly, slowly, slowly make your way all the way on to your back. You can curl your knees into your chest, bring your hands to your kneecaps. Wiggle it around. Bring the soles of the feet to the earth. Let the low back get really heavy. Straighten your right leg in the air. Wave your right foot around like you just don't care. And then bring your right ankle to your left knee. Keep the right foot engaged. Keep the low back really rooting onto the earth. The core is super engaged here. You can bring your arms to a cactus T. This might be more than enough. Or you can let the left foot come off the mat, bringing the hands to clasp behind the left thigh or atop the left shin. And again, I invite you to observe. Observe the patterns of the mind. And you can notice them. And if you're ready to let go of them, you can try to meet this moment in a new way. If you have the left foot off the mat, please bring it back to the earth and bring the arms to a cactus T. And let both knees fall to the left side as you gaze over the right shoulder. And this might be enough, or you might bring the left hand to the top of the right knee and then weigh it down a little. Inhale, bring it back to center. Take any little wiggles that your body needs. Meet with the soles of the feet on the floor. The arms to a cactus T. Let the low back get heavy as the core engages. And extend the left foot in the air. And again, wave it around like you just don't care. I feel like I'm doing a body wave with my left foot. And then bring your left ankle to your right knee. Keep the left foot engaged. The low back rooting on the earth. Find your breath. This might be enough for maybe bringing the right foot off of the earth and taking hold behind the thigh or atop the shin. Another opportunity to observe here. Bring the right foot back to the mat, the arms to a cactus T, and drop both legs over to the right side as you gaze over the left shoulder. Maybe the right hand comes to the top of the left knee. As you're ready, come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. And then take any final movements that your body would like. Maybe grabbing the outer edges of the feet, taking a happy baby. Maybe rocking and rolling a few times. Honoring any last movements. And then find your way to a comfortable resting position. Grab your sweater, your blanket, your cozy, fuzzy socks. And allow yourself to surrender to stillness here. Know that there is nothing left for you to do. There is no place else for you to be. Allow yourself to be still, to soak in the benefits of your practice. To soak in the benefits of rest. To soak in the benefits of presence, of this now moment. Can slowly begin to deepen your breath. Gently bring awareness back into the physical body. Maybe gently wiggle the fingers, the toes, roll the wrists, the ankles, stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. And then find your way to the fetal position. Offer yourself this moment to be held, to feel how fully supported you are here, and thank the earth. And as you are ready, slowly find your way to a comfortable seat. Let your eyes remain closed and your palms rest upwards on the knees in a sign of receiving. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. And just take a moment to notice all that's present for you here. And if it's any different from when we began. This space within you is who you truly are. And with each breath, we have an opportunity to reconnect to this space within us, the core of our being, and shed the rest, shed the old patterns and behaviors, because they will come up again and again. But with each breath, you can start anew and reconnect to this space within you. Place the palms at the center of your chest. Take a moment. Just feel really proud of and grateful for taking the time to arrive for your body and for your mind in this way today. And let's take one more breath together to close. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And you can slowly open your eyes as you return to this space. Thank you all so much for showing up and practicing with me today and creating this community together. I'm really, truly so grateful for each and every one of you. And I can't wait to practice again with you next week. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a cozy rest of your evening and a wonderful week. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. We'll have another class next Sunday, and then the following two, I think the rest of December we will not. I think I will have some family stuff going on. So stay tuned on emails. I'll keep you posted there. Leanne, thank you so much. Amanda, thank you. Bree, thank you. I believe we had Beth here as well. And Alyssa, thank you guys so much. Join next week. You can sign up on the same link if you hit the live tab, and I'll see you guys then. Aw, Bree, tell her hey for me. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, good, Amanda. I'm so happy to hear that. Happy holidays, Leanne. I'll see you guys soon.